have Revival here for the second time. Say hi, Revival.
Hey guys.
So, quick story before we jump into the questions. We tried to do an interview last season, and
I'm quirky. End the story.
my first question to you is how was your summer and how has it been transitioning into online school?
My summer was pretty laid back. We couldn't really do anything because Corona, but I did an internship over the summer. That was kind of cool, but it was also online, so it was also kind of weird. And online school, for some reason, is harder than it was at the end of junior year, because I feel like during junior year we had some classes at like in the beginning, and so transitioning to online school was difficult, but it wasn't like we were learning new things. Like it was all review.
Yeah, that was one thing. Like everyone, I mean, people were already kind of used to it because last year they were still
Mm-hmm.
learning. But for us, with like all APs, by that time of the year, all you're doing is reviewing. Especially since they cut stuff because we went online, it was definitely like a rough transition a little bit. How's the college search and application process going?
Truth be told, I'm applying ED1 and I have yet to fill out my activity section, start my supplements, fill out the FAFSA. So the CSS profile. So that's another thing because I'm doing QuestBridge as well. So, but I don't want to start on my QuestBridge match requirements until I find out if I was a finalist, which I find out on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday the 21st. And but another issue is that with that is if I wait until then, I only have 9 days to get the supplements for 6 schools done. So it's kind of stressful, but at the same time, yeah, I don't have a but. It's just really stressful.
You can keep that, man. Leave it over there. Leave it. Leave it. I'm not going through that. I know what college I'm going to. I haven't been like accepted or even applied yet, but I just know where I'm going. So like having that peace of mind really helps.
I wish that I had looked into schools earlier because I feel like I romanticized Amherst. Amherst is number one on my list, but I romanticized it. I romanticized it when I first visited to the point where like I didn't really do as much research as I should have into the school. Because over the summer, I found out that Amherst doesn't have minors. Like it's either you double major or you triple major, or like you take random classes if you're just doing a single major. And then on top of that, they don't take AP class, like they don't take AP scores like at all, like point blank, period. They're just like, no. So what am I taking 11 AP classes for if you're gonna take your credit? No, I'm still paying the same amount just to take higher classes. And I don't want to do that. I want to take calc in college. Like that's why I put myself in
calc
BC.
In college?
That's why I put myself in BC because I thought I would have to take calc. And now calc 3. Oh my goodness.
I can't wait for like senior signing day when like we get to say, "Hi, Mr. Weiss." When we say like, in 2025, I will be flying to. Like that'd be so cool. This is our last question before we depart, and I let you actually eat lunch. What's the biggest piece of advice you've learned at the end of your, well, almost end of your high school journey as a senior?
I guess the biggest advice that I have, not the biggest advice, but the biggest thing that I have learned in my 4 years of high school is that what you think is going to happen isn't what's going to happen. So you have to plan for every outcome. I feel like if I had put myself in a position where the activities that I was doing to release stress weren't so physically extraneous on my body to the point where like there could have possibly been an injury or it could have started messing with my mental health, then I would have been able to find a different outlet and not been in such a rough place.
Yeah, especially with the 5 APs, man. It's like if we weren't on it 110% of the time, like you'd fall back. And like I remember being in the car with like one of my friend's parents, and he was like, "How's school going?" And I was like, "This is back when I was like deep down in the mental health, like whatever stuff." And I was like, "Honestly, it's not going well. If you slip once, then it means that like if you have a bad day with 5 APs, and that means that you have like 3 bad days because you got to catch up and like
For sure.
there was just no room for error, which is not smart at all. And I want to say like my advice to seniors, don't take 5 APs, but like I know some people can do it. Um, Crazy, but like some people actually can, and pushing themselves that much like will benefit them. Like in the end, I can say I'm a better person for it. Like I'm more knowledgeable. I got a little bit more gray hairs afterwards, but like I don't know, I'm stronger for it.
On the note of like needing to be 100%, 110% in all your AP classes, you're not always going to be 110%. And I feel like that's something that we, as like always being the top of our class, fail to recognize early on. Like we got to that point, we got to that realization too late. Like we got to that realization at the point where we were falling apart. You feel me? Like you can't always be 110%, but we tried so hard to always be 110% that it really
I don't know if I tried all the time. I'll be very honest in saying that there were times where me and Miss Barba would look at charts on the walls and make analogies to my life and how like I'm gonna go up, Miss Barba, I promise. But I very well knew that I was still going down. But you gotta understand, like success is not a linear line and going up. Like it's so many. There was a graph of that in Clinton Hill Middle School, and like you just gotta understand that like with failure comes wisdom and knowledge, and it's just one step closer to that like big success. And sometimes like I was failing, whether like literally or figuratively, I was failing and I knew that I was still going to keep failing just because like there was like it was just so quick and like hard to catch up and like pick yourself back up. But you just got to know that there is an end in sight and you'll be a better person for it all. Thank you, Revival, for season 2, episode 2. It was great to get a successful interview this time, as opposed to season 2's deleted episode.
season 1.
Oh yeah, season 1. Thank you, and I will catch you later. Peace out.
Bye.
Well, that's a cool. Oh, we should do that. We should do that. We should do that. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Bye. That's hot. That's hot. Oh, brother.